Debts owed by Adani Group equal to at least 1% of India's economy. Nikkei Asia analysis. As per calculations by Nikkei, the liabilities attributed to 10 Adani's listed group companies, including ACC, Ambuja Cements, and New Delhi Television, which the conglomerate purchased last year, add up to 3.39 trillion rupees. As per calculations by Nikkei, the liabilities attributed to 10 of Adani's listed group companies, including ACC, Ambuja, and New Delhi Television, add up to 3.39 trillion rupees. India's nominal gross domestic product at the end of October stood at 273 trillion rupees, the International Monetary Fund reported. That puts Adani's debts as percentage of economy at around 1.2%. The 10 Adani Group companies had a collective equity ratio of 25%. One of them, Adani Green Energy, had an equity ratio of just 2% as of March 2022. Altogether, 10 group companies hold more than 4.8 trillion rupees in total assets, but investors are growing concerned about the outsized debts. The Adani Group includes multiple of privately held companies, meaning its total load could be higher. 7 listed Adani Group companies have lost more than half their market capitalization, which shriveled to less than 100 billion after a report by Hindenburg Research. And whose Adani, whose fortunes had risen rapidly in recent years, also unexpectedly announced withdrawal of rupees 20,000 crore follow-on public offer, which had been successfully completed the day before. The investor mood was further jolted after the sale was called off. The Adani Group had rubbished the allegation of stock manipulation, saying it had no basis and stemmed from ignorance of Indian law. The company said over the past decade, group companies have consistently delevered. Last week, Reserve Bank of India quelled the speculations about the ability of Indian banking system to withstand the shock emanating from the loan exposure to the Adani Group, saying the banking sector remained resilient and stable. As per RBI's current assessment, banking sector remains various parameters relating to capital adequacy. According to CLSA report, Indian banks have a total exposure of close to 80,000 crore to Adani Group, amounting to about 40% of the conglomerate of total debt of nearly rupees 2 lakh crore. State-run banks like State Bank of India have lent about 3/4 of the Indian banking system exposure to the conglomerate at 30% of the total. The share of Indian private sector lenders is 1/4, 10% of the total. Foreign banks have funded large acquisitions made by the group. On Wednesday, Shakti Kantadas downplayed the impact, saying the strength, size, of resilience of banking business is much larger. This is what it is. Thank you. This will be useful for interview.